All right. So this is Candlekeep 1, The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces. And the adventure takes place in Candlekeep. Here's a picture of the famed Candlekeep along the shores of the Sea of Swords,
Cool.
south of the Cloakwood, south of Baldur's Gate.
Chat A, Chris.
And you all arrived here for different reasons. Some of you, however, might have had a common reason if you came from the same um, starting area of the world, and that would be that you're seeking aid for a stricken town. The settlement has withered this year, crops have failed, the livestock stands in the fields like stick figures, and the rain has dwindled. A local mage determined that a curse had been levied on the land and recommended that the town seek aid from a mage named Matreus. After some inquiries, the mage found that Matreus was studying in Candlekeep and sent you to find him. So you guys can fill in the town name you're saving, the uh, the name of the mage, the local mage, if it comes up, and so feel free to make suggestions for those at any time during when we're playing, and let's do some character intros for your characters. We'll start with, is this pronounced Baram?
Oh,
Ah,
no, that was my old character. I'm playing Crester. That's right.
Cruster. Okay, I'll update that, and go ahead, Cruster.
Uh, hey, brothers. My name's Crester, and I come from the Feywild, and yeah, I hear there's some trouble going on here, some real bad hombres. So I'm here to kick some butt and see what I can do to help.
Cruster's a
Uh,
barbarian first level.
he's a first level barbarian. He's a winter eladrin.
Cool. And what should I use for your name if I need to?
Oh, Chris.
Chris. Got it.
Yeah,
All right. Awesome, Chris. Thanks. Oh, what's Cruster's armor class? I see it. 18.
18. Yeah.
And perception is +1, and insight's -1. Got it. All right. Next, we got Frobose. Go ahead, Frobose.
Yeah, it's Frobaz.
Frobaz.
So my name is Roger. Character's name is Frobaz. He is a forest wizard. He is towering 3 foot 8 inches tall and an absolutely chubby 45 pounds. And he is a very curious type. His family, he comes from a long line of wizards. Although he is young for a gnome and just learning the craft, he's out to make a name for himself.
Okay, Frobaz. What's his armor class?
Armor class is 12.
And perception?
Is 11.
And insight.
Insight is +1.
All right. After Frobaz is Maong.
Yeah, I'm playing the character Maong. My name's Mulberry. He's a level 1 wizard turtle.
All right, he's armor class 17, +0 perception, +0 insight. Then we got Reeshar.
All right. Reeshar is a first level dragonborn wizard. Strangely, in Candlekeep, we got a couple of those. And he is coming into Candlekeep, volunteering to help out a local town with a problem they've got.
Okay. And before I go any further, just want to make sure you can all see and hopefully control your tokens. So everyone, make sure you can see the tokens that I just pinged nearby, and just click it and move it up a square. Make sure you can all control them.
So Frobaz has a familiar.
Okay. What kind of familiar?
It's gonna be a weasel.
A weasel. Okay. What about a weasel? Yeah, there we go. I bet there might be a lot of familiars.
yeah, somebody had an owl. Maong, I believe,
Okay.
commented they had a familiar owl.
I'm going to just note this, and I'll do that while you guys are doing other stuff. I'll pull out tokens for him. So, owl for Frobaz. No, for Maong. And Frobaz has a weasel. And I'm sure there'll be another one. Let's go to the next, the wizards. Reeshar, go ahead, Reeshar. Oh, I already got you. Never mind.
Oh,
Did I?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
you
I
just
have
went. Go ahead, Rosie.
Rosie is level 1. She's a forest gnome. She's an artificer, so she's always tinkering with stuff. She started out in the Wood of Sharp Teeth and decided that she was going to go adventuring and help because even the forest is struggling to feed themselves. So she's decided that she's going to help. She may be in a little bit over her head, and it's not going to stop her.
All right. And she is armor class 12 plus 0 perception
Yeah.
plus 0 wisdom or insight.
No, the name's in my description. Yeah, I need to fix because I was tweaking some stuff. So yes, her AC is 12, passive is 13, and so my passive wisdom is actually only 10, and my insight's only 10. So that's obviously some kind of carryover that I didn't fix. So my apologies fixing now.
No problem. Serena, go ahead.
Serena is a wood elf. She is
You cut out there.
Serena's. Can you hear me?
I can now. Yeah. Definitely.
My push to talk is definitely not always stand. She's a wood elf, a researcher. She's not from this area, but she's very interested. Came here in search of help being in this area. She is a cleric of the knowledge base and a sage on that as well. Her AC is 17. Her PP is 15. DC 13. If you need to know that.
I'm sorry, just missed the AC was what again?
17.
Okay. And perception?
15.
Okay. And insight?
When you say insight, or is that
Your modifier.
Ah.
Yeah, your modifier.
that would be 5.
Plus 5 also. Okay. Got it. And we got an owl for Maong and a weasel for Frobaz. And does anyone else have any familiars?
No.
Okay, I'll create those here in a little bit. We'll assume they're in your extra dimensional pocket unless you're using the mini form, which you should have hopefully control of. The adventure begins with you guys arriving at Candlekeep. You're here to try and find someone who knows something to help your friend. Before we start the adventure, though, of course, we will, let's see, you can do your regular buying and selling. You all start with inspiration, so that's that 3-leaf icon. Remember to use that before a roll, not after. And then there's also a potion vial icon, and that is a free potion of healing that I guess you get when you enter the doors of Candlekeep, and you'll have to return at the end of the adventure. So you got those to start with. You are shown into the private study assigned to Matreus. You find it unoccupied. Only the sage's personal effects and a handful of books remain there. There is a heavy tome open to pages with additional handwritten notes. I have a map here for where you guys are shown to.
Rosie, being a sage, is immediately interested in the book.
Alright, I'm just going to keep you guys off the map here above it. But you're in this room here. So you're interested in the book, so you can go search over the book. It looks like a heavy tome. The thick covers are made of ornately tooled leather, decorated with gold filigree. The front cover is illustrated with the bust of an imposing spellcaster, and the title page reads The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces. So it's just like the picture here. The writing is a treatise on extradimensional spaces similar to those created by the Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion spell. This information alone would make it worthy of note, but the arcane shorthand additions in the margins go into more detail. If you could just decipher them. Okay, so that was
Rosie.
That was Rosie. Okay. So Rosie, do you want to do any more looking at the book?
Yeah, I'll try and decipher the text if I can.
Okay.
Arcana?
Make an Arcana check. You're having some difficulty.
Pretty sad showing for me.
You're
I'm
having
so
some difficulty.
excited.
Is
I'm
anyone
so excited.
Is anyone else trained in Arcana that could help her?
I could probably help.
So that's Serena.
Yes, that's Serena.
Go for it, Serena. Difficult for you to decipher too. Anyone else?
Sure, Reeshar is happy to step up and
Go
take
for
a look
it.
through this text.
My Arcana should not be a problem for us, guys. Y'all just finished telling me you're wizards.
20. It didn't click into roll 20. It was a 15 plus 5. I'll see if I can get that connected.
No problem. Okay, so deciphering the arcane shorthand reveals that the note taker created a permanent Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion and recorded the command word scepter to open the mansion's doorway. So you guys are looking over that book. Maong, you want to do anything in the room?
Oh, just look around the room to see if
Search
there's
the
any,
room itself. Okay.
any clues, yes.
And in addition to that book, there's all sorts of books on every arcane subject that there is. You find one on arcane personalities and people, and you find one that matches the picture on the book, and it speaks of a arch wizard named Mordenkainen, and that is what you think that book cover is showing. So you discover that in your searches. Nothing else of value so far. Frobos, what do you want to do?
So Frobos is curious. He says scepter. I mean, all we have to do is say scepter, and it'll.
So
open
when
the
you say the command word scepter out loud, a shimmering, translucent doors, a pair of them, appear in the middle of the room. The doors begin to slowly fade, and it's apparent that they'll disappear entirely in a matter of minutes. So they are, let's see here, basically forming the backside of this cabinet that's behind the desk. So you have a pair of doors there now that you guys could all go through. Before you do, real quick, Cruster, did you want to do anything in the room?
No, there's doors up ahead, so I'm just heading towards it.
Okay. Anyone else want to check out anything in the room before you go through those doors?
Serena would like to look around and see if there's anything obvious that she would find interesting as a researcher.
Okay, yeah. Between you, Serena, and I think it was Maong, you guys don't find anything else of any note. So you ready to go through the doors?
Yep, let's go.
Okay.
Adventure awaits.
So the door enters into this room right over here. And again, I'll keep you just off the map to give you a little bit more room.
This is Cruster. I'm just AFK 1 second.
Okay.
Back.
No problem. All right. So when you open the doors into this like extra-dimensional space, you see a room. Actually, let's see. First of all, the door. So the door opens up, and then the building you step into is open and airy. The structure is constructed of stone blocks. The floors are hardwood. Fixtures are brass or bronze. Doors are iron-bound oak, and oil lamps illuminate the place.
Fancy.
The ceiling arches to 15 feet overhead, and long hallways stretch out to either side of the foyer. Standing in the middle of the area is a middle-aged man wearing gray robes right here in front of you. You see to the left of him a door that's slightly ajar. You see to the right of him a set of stairs that are ascending. You see further to the left a long hallway, lit all the way with doors, 2 on the hallway and 1 at the end. To his right of him, another door sitting slightly ajar, a hallway with 2 doors, another one slightly ajar in it. The middle-aged man says, "Oh, you found me. I've been waiting here for a day. I thought no one would ever come. What's your names? Who are you?"
Name's Crester, brother. What are you doing here?
"Well, my name is Matreus, and you know you were looking for Matreus to hopefully save your village. Well, I got I found this portal, and I stepped through, but it turns out there's no way to step back to this side once you're inside. And you guys have not stepped all the way through yet, and the door fades. But then when you say scepter again, it opens back up. So you have a way to get in and out of there, no problem. As long as you had someone on the other side of the door." Matreus says, "So what brings you here?"
We're looking to save a village.
And apparently free you from your own house trap?
Well, that is a happy surprise. And maybe he puts his hand on his chin and he's got a thoughtful expression. "Maybe I can help you. Maybe you could help me explore this mansion while I research ways to help your village. And I can open the door for you from the other side so you won't be trapped inside it."
Sounds good.
"The place must be a treasure trove." He looks down the halls, left and right. "Must be a treasure trove full of information. There's no telling what wonders it holds. I found a room down that way." He points to the end of the hall to your guys' left. He says, "A big library room. I didn't have time to look through it too much. I just grabbed a couple books and was reading them. But there is hundreds more. Also, I found this." He pulls out from his robes a intricately carved figurine of an imp. He says, "I found this. I'm going to take it back to Candlekeep for study. I would dearly like to continue exploring the mansions myself, but you would definitely be better at the job. And if we can come to some sort of agreement of sharing what treasures you find, I can find out a way to save your village."
An agreement, yes. That is an interesting proposition. Do you have a contract of sorts with terms and conditions? Can you guarantee our safety?
"I have nothing in writing, but you are very smart. Wait, I think I can rummage something up." He comes back into his study with you guys all circled around, and he's pouring out books and drawers and such. And he gets an instrument out, and he says, "This should do, unless you have a better one."
That should be satisfactory.
And it's a sharing of the rewards 50-50, or any treasures you find 50-50, but he also has to ensure your safety, to return out of the mansion, or and also find a cure for your village.
Yes, you see this.
Rosie
What does Rosie say?
said, "This seems acceptable to me."
Good. Everyone else acceptable? Anyone disagree?
Serena has already started looking down the halls and is looking at him.
Okay, so he quickly writes it up. So you have a 50-50 share of the treasure, and he says he will open the door periodically during his studies, say every hour or so. So
Very good.
So
Matreus
very
heads
good.
back into his study and starts poring over his books. "Oh, I think there might be something over here, or maybe over here." And you guys go into the mansion. So, where would you like to go in the mansion? He said he had gone down the end of the hall to a door at the end of the hall where there's a great library. And he's just looking for you to find any kind of treasures that there are here, anything of value, and bring it back out. Or anything of note and bring it back out.
Well,
Probos is really interested in that library.
as is Serena. Serena's already happy there.
Okay. So you head down the hall. You open the door to the library. It is a well-stocked place. It's got a door here. There's also a door at the end of the hallway there. And inside the library is tall shelves filled with books line the walls of the room. Hold on just a sec. Two more shelves run through the middle of the room with a 10-foot wide aisle between them. The shelves contain books on arcana, natural sciences, religion, astrology, and planar travel, as well as volumes of poetry and mythology and folk tales. Several stacks of books are piled high throughout the room. There are small reading desks with cozy scarlet chairs in the corners. So, Serena, what do you want to be looking for in here? Or just looking in general?
Yeah, she's going to be looking for particularly things that are historic or about her.
Okay. One thing you quickly find is a book similar to the one you saw outside in the sage's study that you found the command word scepter in. This book has a cover that's the same. It's got a single letter gilded on the spine, but the pages are blank. The letter gilded on the spine is the letter R.
Serena's going to note this to the team and say, look what I found. It looks just like the one that we found earlier.
All right. And
Does
then
the same magic word work? Is it maybe trapped like the house?
so you guys had
Says
come down the hall
right?
You guys had come down the hall pretty quickly, and just as you would expect the door to be closing, you hear a shriek. You look down the hall. It did come through those magic doors, but now they're shut. And it sounded like Matreus's voice crying in pain or something. But now there might be no one to let you out if something happened to him.
Sounds like our brother's in trouble, brothers.
You rush back out to the door, and when you get there, it's shut. And there's no way that you can see to open it.
Well, the contract did ensure our safety. I don't believe it had anything to do with his safety, so we'll assume that he is being taken care of by the good people of Candlekeep, and we will go about our business.
The only drawback is you don't know how you'll get out of here. Because the only way you're getting out was him saying the command word from the other side to open the door. Okay, so
we're a clever bunch.
You can continue in your research then. Serena found that book. The rest of you are searching through the place. Go ahead and put you guys where you want to be while you're searching. And let me get out your weasels out, Frobos.
Yep.
Okay, and then we need an owl, right?
Yes, owl.
Frobos grabs a book on Arcana and plops down in a chair and starts to thumb through it.
All right, that'll be an owl, and you should hopefully be able to control it.
Percy starts looking for more of those books. This one's letter R. Maybe there's more of the alphabet here.
All right, so as you guys are looking around for the books, one of the big freestanding sections of bookshelves all of a sudden lurches and falls inward. So there's this one to the east of Rosie and Serena, this big one right here. And so it's going to get the owl and Maang and Serena and Rosie as it tips over and crashes to the ground. Any creatures in the affected area must succeed on a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone and restrained by the fallen shelf and books that come out of it. So would all four of you please make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw as the bookshelf topples down on top of you?
And try and fail.
Good thing I have a hard shell.
Okay. If you are restrained like Rosie is, put a lock token on your character there. Do you guys, anyone need any help with how you do that? You click your token, and then there'll be a circle that appear underneath the center of it. You click that circle, and then there's a bunch of little icons, and you'll want to use the one that's a lock. So Rosie is stuck under the shelves. Serena, did you escape?
Serena does not.
Okay, so lock for you. Mong, you did not escape, so lock for you, and roll for your owl. You can just click the owl, and then click, there's a D13 button that'll appear across the top of the screen. Click that.
Okay.
The owl also is restrained. I'll mark him real quick. Okay, and this happened because a stack of books that was on a table over in the corner had animated and came alive. So everyone, and that's what happened in the surprise round for it. Everyone roll initiative for the first real round.
I'm sorry, I can't find the lock.
So you right click on your token. Or sorry, left click on your token.
Left click.
I'm doing it from that thing. Left click. Click on the just below the cog. There's a circle, and then it's the middle left, far left column. You just toggle it on and off.
And also all you that are restrained or prone, so I'm putting the prone marker on you too. Yeah, you got it. Nice. Prone, and then prone for Rosie.
Sorry,
Yeah,
just
I'm already-
refreshing. Be right back.
No problem. Okay, so we got everyone rolling initiative. We'll have the familiars go at the same time as their masters, so you won't have to roll them separately.
Oh, okay.
I failed to somehow have myself selected, despite
13.
being selected.
Got it.
So
for
yes,
Rosie.
13.
Serena made it in. Frobo's made it in.
Because I
I
clicked
think
on myself to tell her how to do it, so I have no idea how I wasn't.
I think I need to be pulled back into the scene because I'm on
yes. Will do. Who's that talking again? Custer?
Chester. Yeah.
Prester.
Cruster.
Prester.
For your own name.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, he said it wrong and then he confused me. It's alright.
Okay, do you see your
Prester's
guy now?
easily confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. I just had to turn on beyond 20. Yeah, there we go.
Go ahead and roll your initiative.
I did.
Okay. So the first real round, on your turn. So you're prone. You're restrained under the books. You can, now that the books are flying around above the shelving, you can kind of see through the shelves and see the books flying. You could attack them from prone and restrained if you like. If you want to get out of being restrained, you could try and just throw this stuff off of you with a strength athletics check.
Oh, I am definitely going to try and throw everything off. So I'm going to roll my athletics check. Very athletic.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, so you are no longer restrained. What else you want to do?
Am I
That
still
is
laying
an
on
that's an action to do that.
And am I still laying on my back?
Still prone, so you could stand up.
I will spend half my movement to stand up. And is there any way I can help anybody else, or
With an action, you can.
with that? Okay. Well, I'm out of actions, so I will stay where I am at in my turn.
Okay, your owl. See if he wants to try and get out.
Right.
Strength athletics check, DC 13. You can click
and do
them.
I roll?
You just click the owl and then click the S3 button. You made it. Your
Alright.
3 strength
Yeah.
owl made his check.
Okay.
And in his name is his altitude. The room ceilings are actually only 10 feet high, so the highest he could actually be is 5 feet off the ground. So I'll change that for you. I assume you'll take back to flight.
Yeah, he'll perch on my back. There's a little perch for him on my shell.
Okay, you can move him onto you then, and then Reeshar, your turn.
All right. I'm on the other side of the room from the books. Can I tell what kind of books they are that have been animated? Are they
The main
seem like
one,
an interesting subject?
the main one that you can see, the one in front, is some sort of demonic face on the cover, so it might be like
Ooh.
on infernal subjects.
Okay. I will glance over at Frobos, who's in the other chair, and I'll sort of roll my eyes and I say, he didn't warn us about anything attacking us. And I will cast, I say that, suppose this is the time for it, I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
Mage armor's up. Books are going to go. So the books try to book club Rosie. They have advantage because she's prone. But 11 misses. Rosie dodges. Then, Rosie, your turn.
They're entirely too close to me, so I'm going to attempt.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, they are actually a swarm, so they had to move into your space, so they're all swarming around Rosie. Go ahead, Rosie.
Yeah. I was like, I would normally shoot things, so I'm going to try and get out of here so I can get away from them. So
13
this is going to go
athletics.
badly. Yeah, no, I continue to lay there and take it.
Then Serena.
Serena's going to try to get herself up. She is going to try to do an athletics check, I guess. None of them which are good. And she's going to cast guidance on herself.
Okay, so guidance first. That's actually an action to cast that spell, I think.
What's
So,
that?
The guidance is an
Bonus.
action to cast, right?
Yeah.
That should be a bonus.
No, that's a
Okay.
bonus.
Are you sure?
I think it's a.
No, okay.
Oh, okay.
So you want to do guidance spell on yourself?
Yes, it is an action.
Okay, and then that'll be it for you. Unless you have a bonus action to do.
I do not.
Okay, Crester, your turn.
All right, I yell at a challenge to the books. I challenge you, books. I bet you don't have the spine. And I then make an attack against them with my longsword.
Excellent pun.
Yeah, that's probably gonna miss.
6 does miss. Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, Frobos.
All right. Frobos figures the best antidote for a swarm of books is a firebolt. And probably not.
A 10 does not hit, unfortunately. The books definitely look afraid. They seem to like split apart as the flame of fire goes through them. After that, what else do you want to do?
He's just going to. Well, that's his action, so he doesn't have anything else to do other than move. But he figures he's probably as safe in the corner as he's going to be anywhere, so he's going to stay put.
Okay, that rounds over. Maong, your turn.
All right. Well, I want to take my action and try and lift the bookshelf off of the two other prone characters we have.
Yeah, you can help with one of them with one action. Take your second to do another one. So you want to start with Rosie or start with Serena?
I'll start with Rosie because she's right next to me.
Okay, go for it. 13 athletics.
Oh no.
Oh no, she's
Nice
well
work.
stuck.
Oh no.
I believe that's in reverse.
Well, yes,
Rosie's
I
the one further away from me, but yeah.
did. Oh. Well,
Anything else?
No.
All right.
There's nothing else I can do.
Next.
My owl isn't going to do anything either.
Okay. Next is Reeshar. Go ahead, Reeshar.
All right. I will stare over at Cruster and Frobos and say, swords and fire against these texts. We're going to run into some liability issues here. And I will step over to Serena and try to help get the bookcases off of her and free her.
Okay, 13 athletics.
14.
All right.
My plus 0.
Serena, you can take the lock off. You're still prone, but on your turn, you'll be able to stand up now. And anything else, Reeshar?
No, that's it. I just moved over to get.
All right. The books still
turn.
keep trying to smash down Rosie with advantage because she's prone, but she keeps dodging them still. And your turn, Rosie.
All right. I try and crawl out of here yet again. Nope. So I continue to cover my face with my hands and pray.
Your turn, Serena.
Okay, Serena's now going to, with guidance. Oh, she's just going to stand up and she will move to the other side of where Rosie is. In anticipation of helping her the next time she has an action.
So you stood up. You still have your action left that way. You could help
Oh, okay.
Rosie.
Yep, I'm gonna try. Then I'm gonna try to help Rosie. Then.
Okay.
Can I? So is that a athletic check?
It is. Yep.
And then you gave yourself guidance. Apparently not needed when you're helping someone else.
You can keep your guidance still going, and you get the books off Rosie. So Rosie, you can take off the lock, and then Crester, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm concerned. Despite everything, I'm afraid of liability issues. So I'm gonna try to help. Well, you got out. I guess I don't need to help you. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'll just stab my sword through the book. Or I'll let the lawyer sort it out afterwards. Wow, I'm bad at this.
A 10. Still doesn't get the books. They're too fast for you. After Crester is Frobos.
All right. Frobos his weasel sends his weasel running forward, and the weasel is squeaking loudly at the books, trying to distract them and give him his help action. And he's going to try again with that firebolt at advantage.
That's a hit. First blood in the books.
All right, 4 fire.
Despite their diabolical themes, they seem to take more damage from fire, so they actually took 8 damage.
Excellent.
After Frobos is Maong. Your turn, Maong.
All right, with everybody standing up, I am going to shoot some ice at these books.
You hit.
Get that hits.
Alright, the cold. They're not vulnerable to cold, but they do take cold, so 5 to them. Then, Reeshar, your turn.
Okay. I will continue to look at my companions who are slashing and burning books, and I will walk over with my quarterstaff and just take a swing at it. See if I can knock it to the ground. That's an 11.
That's just not quite enough. They dodge out of the way, and then their turn. So Rosie's still prone, so they'll still swarm around Rosie with advantage. This time getting an 18 to hit Rosie, and doing 5 points. They do half because they're below half hit points, so 2 points of bludgeoning damage, Rosie.
Okay.
And they are done. In your turn, Rosie.
Yeah, I'm gonna Ray of Frost from prone with disadvantage, but I just at this point I'm just lashing out because I'm terrified. I miss.
The ray flies wildly, puts an arc of frost across the ceiling. Serena, your turn.
Serena's gonna throw Toll of the Dead at it.
All right, Toll the Dead. They take necrotic damage, so here's their wisdom save. I think they might have made a 13 save. They made a 13, so no damage to them from it.
All right.
After Serena, Crester.
All right, these books really need to be taken down. So I try to hit them again. Oh, that looks much better.
Oh wow,
that's
a
crit.
That's a crit.
Yeah.
Cool.
So what's the total there?
Let's see. That looks to me to be 10? Yeah, that looks right.
Yep. All
Wait.
4 on the left side.
One of the left ones is two-handed and one's one-handed. So it looks like it might be 5. Are you +2 on regular damage?
No, those are all one-handed.
Are you?
Oh yeah, no, it's just 5. I don't know why it listed twice. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so 5 damage. Got it.
Yep, that's 5.
That does 2 to it because it seems to resist weapon attacks. After Cruster, Furbeau's your turn.
All right. My weasel continues to squeak loudly and try to get their attention to give me help action, and I will firebolt it a second time.
Oh,
And-
even with the help, the books dodge it.
Yep.
Mong, your turn.
Oh man, I guess I learned a new trick that I can send my familiar over there to give me the help action.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that and distract him so I can have advantage on shooting frostbolt, or excuse me, ray of frost. Oh, and roll 20 fails me again. Supposed to be a 19. I'll just click it again.
That's a hit. 7 cold. Yeah, that finishes the books. So you freeze the last couple books, and they fall to the ground in a shard of ice. And you can finish your guys' search of the room.
Rosie scrabbles over to the chair. Sort of sits there looking a little bit overwhelmed.
So your search of the room revealed that book that had the letter R on its spine. You also found one thing of value, and that is a jeweled letter opener worth about 20 gold pieces. So you can grab that and take that if you like. And you got multiple different areas you can move to. Who's going to take the lead? Cruster or someone else?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, Cruster, which way are you guys all headed?
Well, there's a door here. I might as well check the next door over.
Okay, next door over. And there's also a door there and a door there as well. And that door here.
Plus, this is the only door here. Well, because the rest appear to be jars.
Oh, they're ajar.
Yeah. The door is ajar.
Yep. All right, so looking in this room, you see a battered wooden mannequin and a weapon rack holding 4 staves and daggers and 20 darts. And it's all lit by indigo-tinted light streaming through a window. So there's a window on the far wall. This is the first window you've seen out of the place. Outside of the mansion that you're in, it is just like a miasma of swirling red clouds pressing close to the mansion. So maybe you're in like some sort of extra-dimensional space here. What else do you see in there? One wall holds diagrams of attack and parry positions for wielders of staves and daggers. The floor is stained and scorched, and at the far end of the room, a broom hovers in the air, sweeping the floor all by itself. Do you want to go in, Cruster?
Yeah, sure, I'll walk in.
Okay. What do you want to do inside there, Cruster?
I look at the broom and I go, "Hey, broom, you're not going to challenge me, eh? I'll sweep the floor with you." No, he doesn't respond. That's fine. Then I walk over and check out some of the shelves.
Okay. You guys search through.
Shelf.
You guys search through the room. The broom just minds its own business, sweeping the floor, doesn't do anything. There's nothing really here except for, of course, the daggers. They're of pretty good quality, and the darts are pretty good quality. So you can gather those as some treasure. And then is there anything else anyone wants to do? I assume you did a general search of the room. But is there anything else?
Oh, I can't think of anything else.
Okay.
Anyone else got anything?
As you're walking out of the place, the broom's kind of sweeping up behind you, sweeping clouds of dust, kind of like shooing you out.
All right, next time, broom.
The next room, the door is slightly ajar, and inside is a cat. Also inside is a library. So this room has an entire far wall of the room is a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf. Even more books are resting on several large scarlet armchairs and small wooden tables. There are 3 paintings hanging on the walls: a landscape scene with a large green dragon emerging from a grove of pine trees. Maybe your home forest, Rosie. A study of a Pegasus in flight, and a portrait of a unicorn in a wooded glade. The fluffy black cat is curled up on one of the chairs, snoozing. It lazily looks up at you and blinks its eyes as you guys walk into the room.
Serena says, "Aw, nothing like that I love more than a cat in a library."
The cat sits up, meows, and approaches Serena. It kind of rubs against Serena's leg, and you can hear a little bit of a purr happening.
Serena picks it up and starts to pet it.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check. That's a wisdom animal handling check, Serena. Okay.
Well, she's talking or petting the cat. I actually asked the cat its name.
Can you speak with small animals?
I can speak with small animals, being a forest gnome.
Its name is Sooty, it says.
It's Sooty.
And Sooty says, I like this one.
Yeah.
So now Serena's got a familiar. Temporarily, at least.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if I have the cats turned on so everyone can control them or not. Let me see.
Ooh, nobody can control cats. That's
true. Maybe I shouldn't turn that on. That might break the universe.
Universal law.
Okay.
Sooty will give you a sense of control.
All players save. There we go. So you'll be able to move that one around. Okay. So that's the cat. Searching the room. Anyone who'd like to search through the room could make either your choice, a perception check or an investigation check, whichever you're better at.
Yeah, Reeshar will take a poke around and see if he can find anything of interest in here.
Okay, go for it. Perception or investigation.
Okay.
I'm just gonna... There we go.
15.
Okay. You find a book with a similar cover to The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces, showing Mordenkainen on the front. And it's got a single letter I gilded on its spine. And the pages are blank as well. So you found a book with an R on the spine and a book with an I on the spine.
Very interesting. I'll show that to the rest of the group.
And then Serena asks, "Is that blank as well inside?"
It is. It's blank inside as well. Other than that, the books seem to be a lot of journals. If you guys could, spend some time in here, maybe about 30 minutes, you could find out maybe who is in this mansion or who built this mansion.
Absolutely.
Sure. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Reeshar is curious.
Okay.
Knowledge is power.
All right. So, with studying the study, almost all of the books in the study were written by someone named Vistandia. Most are her memoirs. Vistandia was a powerful mage as well as a priest of Mistra. She frequented Candlekeep to further her studies. In exchange for Vistandia's pious service and achievements in expanding the arts of magic, Mistra granted her a permanent extra-dimensional mansion for her to reside in when she studies in Candlekeep, which you must be in right now. Fearful that a guest might become trapped in the mansion, Vistandia hid the command word to open the portal to the Candlekeep on the spines of 7 books in her mansion. In addition to finding that information out, one of you notices, as you're just perusing the books, you pull one out, and the bookcase slides forward to reveal a passage behind it. A secret set of stairs that descends down to a basement. And the secret door, I'll put it in the map layer here.
All right.
It's right here in the corner.
Good news. We needed to find 7 books. We got 2. That's half of them. We got this.
Reeshar pats you on the shoulder and nods. Yep.
Okay. And you find nothing else of value in the study. So, where would you like to head next?
Frobaz will send his weasel to stealth down the steps to see what it
Okay.
can
So your weasel goes stealthily down the stairs, and you can look like right below the map you're on now to see what he sees. There is a hallway that tees, and there are, so he's looking down here basically. On this tee down this way there's a single door. On this tee there's a door, and at the end of the hall there's a door. All closed.
Frobaz lets the group know, hey, there's a whole other level down there.
Huh.
I suggest we finish with the one we're on.
Well, then I suggest we get better. We need to get to a whole new level.
There's even an upstairs level too.
Yeah, so you have the stairs that go down that are secret. Then just outside the door to this room, there's the stairs that go up. And then down the hall, there's another jar. And then way down the hall is another jar, and then there's a door in between them.
Plus, we had the one here and the one here, right?
Oh, right, yes, that end of the hall.
So Rosie's going to suggest we check out this room off the library to start.
Okay. Unless
All
there's
right, let's go there.
objections. Here you go.
Nope.
Oh, it's just a balcony.
So, yeah, it is. It's a balcony open to the outside. A semicircular patio paved with gray flagstones nestled against the building is lit by the swirling indigo miasma that surrounds the mansion. There is like no ground. You look over the edge of it, and you don't see any ground at all.
Yeah.
Do a quick
Rosie's not brave enough to step out onto that, but yeah, we'll look around.
You do a quick search, and you don't find
Yeah.
anything out there.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Reeshar stands as far away from the edge as he possibly can.
I eagerly back away from that craziness.
All right.
I said,
Back down
she
the hall to the other
suggests
door.
we continue. Yeah. Let's
Oh,
check
good
the first
looking
jar.
there.
Yeah, be careful, brother. Even the Cruster doesn't mess with interdimensional miasma.
Ooh, I see a kitty.
All
I
right.
walk in and excitedly say hi to the kitten.
Okay, a kitchen. The aromas of cooking permeate this kitchen. A large iron stove takes up one wall, and the rest of the room is filled with large tables and racks lined with hanging pots, pans, and cooking utensils. Everything is sparkling clean. In one corner, several small ceramic bowls painted with stylized cats are filled with water and kitchen scraps. With a flapping of wings, two small forms land on the nearest table. They bow low before you and ask, "How can we be of help to our honored guests? Cooking, cleaning, mending your clothes, perhaps?" So that's these little guys. Two of them. All you wizards, make Arcana checks for me, please. So, both Mong and Reeshar recognize that these things must be a homunculi. And an important fact about homunculi is that a master can only have one at a time, so the two of them here indicates maybe there's two mages associated with this building. And also, they die if their master dies, so it also indicates both mages are still alive. So they pester you like a grandmother that hasn't seen you for a couple years, wanting to bake food for you, clean your clothes, do anything that they can for you. And they say, one of them says, "My name is Kuman," and those is Vistant. My other one friend here is Coriander. So Kuman and Coriander are the two homunculi. The cat is Ebony. And it is eating some kitchen scraps out of one of the bowls. And it kind of hisses a little bit at Sooty. And Sooty kind of digs his claws into you a little bit, Serena, but not to the painful point. Yes, you may, Ebony says. So, Rosie, you can make an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay. I was like, oh god. There we go. That's
All
what
right.
I
There we go.
expect from
Yeah,
Rosie.
so it leans into the petting. And you have a friend. I'll make that so you can move this one around too. All players there. right.
And what was the kitten's name?
Ebony.
Ebony.
So you
Right.
got Sooty and Ebony.
I even friggin' typed it. Oh my gosh.
See, Cumin and Coriander can talk if you have any questions for them, and Sooty and Ebony can talk if you have any questions for them. There's a doorway to the east and a doorway to the north.
Sarita's going to ask when is the last time that they saw anybody else around here.
The masters went away a long time ago, says Cumin.
And you've not seen any other strangers until we came in the door today?
There was one. He was kind of standoffish. A middle-aged man with gray robes. Oh, also, Bistandia had summoned an imp, and we haven't seen it in some time. I'm not sure where it went. And you recall that Matreus was carrying an ebony figurine of an imp when he left.
Yeah, we're pretty sure we know where that imp is.
Oh.
Wait. And who's the other master?
Freyot is my master, says Coriander. He went away with Bistandia.
Did your masters happen to tell you where they went away to?
No, they did not. Oh, there's one other strange thing. Someone keeps making piles of books in the library. We don't know if it's a ghost or what it might be.
Is it the same books or different books?
Oh, that's a good question. We should have thought of that. I don't know. Oh, one more thing. There's dragons. 2 of them in the Arboretum. They're mischievous, but pretty harmless. Just stay out of their way. And there's another cat. I see you've met 2 of the cats. There's Sooty and Ebony and Ivory. Ironically, Ivory is black too.
Ran out of names for you.
Oh, and which way is the Arboretum?
That way, and they point toward that jar at the end of the hallway, right over here.
Ah. Good to know.
Well, maybe we should check out the jar.
Okay. You head out that way, Cruster, and here is what that room looks like. I'm just going to push the door open to see what's in the room. There is a wall of windows here, so you can see into the room to the west of the Arboretum. The Arboretum itself is... it's open. It's got arched walls. The flowering shrubs and small trees grow between paved paths that meet in a semicircular patio. There's no sun, but 2 glowing globes hang above the plants, bathing them in light. There are colorful blossoms everywhere, filling the air with their perfume. Okay. Hopefully everyone's back. So you just opened the door, or pushed aside the door to the Arboretum. And it's got these plants in it. It's got colorful blossoms everywhere, perfume filling the air. Supposedly there's some dragons out here, very small ones. But you, looking around, don't see any dragons anywhere. Looking up, you can see overhanging this Arboretum is a balcony. And let me draw that for you. So right above you, right over your head, basically the center 15 feet of the Arboretum, there's a balcony overhanging each of these planters. It's about 10 feet up to the bottom of the balcony. Then there is a window here that lets you see what's in the dining room without going into the dining room. There's some chairs and a table there. You can't get a real good look at the details of the far part of that room, though, through the window. Alright, what do you want to do, Cruster?
Yeah. Well, I'll take a look around the room, see if I can see anything hidden.
Okay. Anyone who wants to go help Cruster search around the Arboretum, go to move your guys out there. Anyone want to do anything special, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll assume you're doing a search or an investigation, whichever's better for you. And you can make those rolls, everyone.
And is the Arboretum also facing out into the extra-dimensional
It
void?
is, yeah. All around is a swirling purple miasma. All right. Cruster, as you're moving around and looking for things, you haven't found anything of any value, but you happen to notice a large flower kind of pivoting and pointing toward Reeshar, and you get just a bad feeling in the pit of your stomach, like something's about to happen. So you can warn him or let it happen and see what happens. What do you want to do?
I'm going to say, look out!
Okay, everyone roll initiative, please. We'll see if you can beat whatever's going to happen. And the cats will just go with whoever's holding them. They're on top of you, so they're rolling initiative instead of you. That's what's happening. I'll just
That
move
explains
this.
my role.
Yep, I'll move them out of the way. You can assume they're kind of following you around, hopping in and out of your hands, wherever you go.
Yeah, mine officially only goes underneath me, so yeah.
Everyone roll initiative if you haven't already. If it didn't go in automatically. Oh, and your owl rolled instead of you, Mango. I'll just take your
Yeah,
owl
I did
off.
roll it. Yeah.
Add your turn, Mango.
14 for
Frobos
Miss
is
Rosie.
in. Richard is in. So who am I missing here? Just one person.
Rosie is not in.
Okay. Add her.
Rosie's a 14.
Serena, what did you get for initiative?
21.
Nice roll. Mang, what did you get for initiative?
21.
Nice. Okay. So the warning shout happens. You, Cruster, are the first to react. You can see this flower pivoting and pointing towards Reeshar. What do you want to do? The flower is in the flower bed here behind Reeshar.
Alright, well, I'm gonna attack it, because I think it's gonna attack him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to a hit. You slice the stem off of that flower, and it falls down to the ground. You hear, faintly, a giggling noise from, like, right above where that flower was before you cut it down.
Oh, okay.
You don't see anything, just a faint giggling noise, like really high-pitched and a little raspy. After you, Mang, your turn. You can share that with everyone if you like, too. They didn't hear it.
Yeah, I'll say, what's that voice laughing at me? You come out here and you challenge me in fair to fair, face to face.
Well, I am going to take my step into the room. Like, what is going on in here? I don't see any threats, I guess. So I'm going to have my owl fly up into the Arboretum and look above.
All right. He sees nothing up there except a door into the upper level of the building. Serena, your turn.
Serena is going to go and try to look at the flower that's been cut down to see if she can see anything.
You can get to it by moving to there and then picking it up off the ground. It looks like just a normal flower, nothing dangerous about it that you know of. Do you have any training in nature? You can make a nature check. So intelligence nature check, even if you're not trained. See what you get.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
You're not aware of any danger for this flower, but then you wouldn't know. So, okay. After Serena, your cat, kind of with all this commotion, retreats back out of the room a little bit. Down the hall. So does Rosie's. They seem to not like a whole lot of fast running around. Serena's good. And then the giggling noise continues, and then another flowery plant. You see the flower turn toward you, Cruster, and then a cloud of like orangish yellow pollen is the best you could describe it. Swirls around you, shoots out from the flower, and swirls around you. Make a perception check, please. Cruster, that is.
Yep.
That stuff did not come from the flower. Something else shot it at you. And I need you to make a saving throw. It's going to be a wisdom saving throw, DC 11. To see if this stuff affects you or not.
Yep.
Yep. All right. You're kind of like even more euphoric than you normally are.
Yep.
And you can't take any reactions. You're just too distracted at everything. And that's it. That's all you see happen. And you guys all witness that cloud of spores. You see kind of the change in demeanor happen over Cruster. And then Rosie, your turn.
I am going to take aim at the spot where that originated and see if I can't firebolt it, because something is horribly wrong here.
Go for it. Make an attack with disadvantage.
Yeah.
16. You see the fire hit something and like swirl around it, definitely damaging it. Go to roll your damage roll.
Woohoo!
The giggling comes to an abrupt stop. And let me see here. I got roll d20.
Leave
You're
my
gonna want me
friend
to.
alone.
You're gonna want me to roll low on this. Not low enough. So that whatever it is you hit is still invisible, but wounded now slightly. What else, Rosie?
That's it for me.
All right. Next is Frobos.
So Frobos taking a cue from Rosie. He saw that firebolt hit something. He's going to try to follow it up with one of his own.
All right. Attack with disadvantage. 11 does not connect.
Okay. And then he thinks it might be better to move over here, away from these plants, in case the same fate happens to him.
Okay. Then Rosie, a flower, twists and turns and then shoots at you a cloud of this orangish yellow spores. Make a perception check. Wisdom perception.
You bet.
Nope. You think it was the flower. You need to make a DC 11 wisdom saving throw.
I can try.
So you suffer the same ill effects that Cruster is suffering. Euphoric.
I am completely chill.
Euphoric and not in the moment, no reactions. Next to go is Reeshar.
So Reeshar is looking around and remembering what the homunculi told us in the kitchen. He says up to the air in Draconic, "I'm just a simple, unfrozen dragonborn barrister. This extra-dimensional space scares and confuses me. If you will, mysterious presence, reveal yourself to me and my companions." If I can make a persuasion check.
Yeah, go for it.
21.
There's some giggling from to your east, and then you hear. Does anyone speak Sylvan?
Yeah, sorry, I do.
Who's
I believe
that?
well,
Ladrin.
Cruster.
Okay.
Cruster.
Okay.
That's
You
Serena.
hear a tiny little voice cry out, saying, "I think we should keep messing with them in Sylvan." And maybe thinking you guys don't understand Sylvan, but knowing you don't understand Draconic. Then another tiny little voice says, "Definitely. Let's see what happens to these two we hit." And that's all.
That sounds like fairies.
Could have been. Anything else for Shar?
No, that's all.
Okay, that round's over. Cruster, roll a d6 for me, Cruster. Actually, I'll roll it for you.
Yeah, sure.
You got a 4. Okay, so you just stand there euphoric, taking no action, no bonus action. And then you just start wandering around. Let me roll D here. So you go wandering towards the miasma. And you step off the edge here, but then it seems like you're like being restrained from going further out into it. But you're trying, so that's what you do on your turn. And then on your turn.
Oh boy. Things are getting a little weird in here. And he's going to take a step out of the room if he can.
You can, definitely. Just don't
And
trip on
then,
the cat.
Try not to trip over the cat. Now my owl has advantage on perception checks.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Seeing and hearing.
He knows your owl can kind of locate. There's one for sure here.
Mhm.
And he senses another one like right here.
Mm-hmm. That is the case. Let me see. Oh. I'll just say, come out, wherever you are.
All right. Make a persuasion check. You already got 121. Now you got a 19. You hear another voice in now in Draconic. I think they can understand Sylvan. Yeah. Maybe we should leave these ones alone a little bit. They seem to be begging for mercy. We'll see. Let's see what happens to this one over here. Serena, your turn.
Sarita is going to confirm to them that yes, indeed, we can understand Sylvan. And saying we're not begging for mercy, we are just asking for common courtesy. Why are you picking on us? You could be hurting Cruster. It looks like he's about to be hanging off the. Do you really want to hurt people?
Well, maybe. I certainly don't want to get shot by fire. I know that.
Perhaps you should stop.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. And you can do it with advantage. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. But we'll see what happens with your friend first. And so the one dragon that goes after you doesn't do anything. And then Rosie, I'll roll for you a d6.
I can roll that.
A 3. So you just randomly go walking off. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you just walk here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through Mang, 6 to there. If you can even move 6, I'm not positive you can.
I can only move 5. I'm short.
5, okay, then you'll stop there. Okay, so Rosie's wandering around, Cruster's wandering around. The dragons seem to retreat. You can hear their flapping wings go up to like the highest trees in the Arboretum, and they perch up there and giggle as they watch what happens with Rosie and Cruster. So now Rosie and Cruster just have to basically get out of whatever's affecting their heads. But it doesn't seem like the dragons are going to help with that. So after Rosie, Frobaz, your turn.
All right, so Frobaz is going to basically give them a chance to back off. So what he's going to do is he's going to hold an action of a firebolt.
Okay.
So the dragons will see a little bit of fire forming on his hands. He looks up at them, but he is going to hold it and see if they take any additional hostile action.
All right. No dragon that comes after you. Reeshar, your turn.
Okay. I will say again in Draconic, we've only come here seeking knowledge. Perhaps we can make a deal of some sort for you to help us heal our companions and leave this place in peace.
No answer to that. A little bit of a giggle. Cruster, roll a d6. Cruster, you want to roll high.
All right, sounds good. 4.
4. Okay. Cruster keeps wandering around euphorically. And eventually it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then Mong, your turn.
Is there any way I can pick up Rosie and pull her out of the room so she doesn't walk off into the nothingness?
You can try and grab her by the collar or the belt or something like that and keep her from moving out of the place.
Okay, yeah. Well,
So you'll do
I
that?
mean,
that's what I'll
we've
do.
proven that we can't walk over the edge. There
Yeah,
seems to be
Crester
a
didn't go
barrier,
anywhere.
thankfully.
Oh, you can't walk over the edge? Oh.
No.
The only danger they might be in is if they walked into some room you haven't been in that was trapped or something like that.
Okay, well then I'll block the doorway then.
You hold them back? Okay. So by blocking the doorway there, they eventually get out of the euphoria. If you roll a 5 or a 6 on the D6, you get to make a saving throw instead of randomly moving. And it's a DC 11 save. So in about an hour, Crester will make that save and you'll be good to go. Not really. It won't take an hour. But you guys leave the Arboretum behind. You didn't find anything of any value in it. The 2 dragons in there just giggle as you leave. The owl gets chased around a little bit. You see it flying for its life as the dragons are kind of teasing it, taunting it. And then the cats, they're hissing at the dragons. The cats you don't think like the dragons very much. So, back out into the hallway. Where do you guys want to go from here? You have the dining...
Apparently you're holding me for a while, because, jeez. Nope.
That's insane. Yeah, it can last a long time.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
And then you gotta make the save still. You still gotta make a DC 11 save. Even if
Wisdom?
you roll Wisdom, yeah. Okay, so dining room next?
Yeah.
The one
Dining room.
that you're right by? Okay. So the dining room is... Large windows form the entirety of the east wall, looking out on the planted beds in the Arboretum. Within the room, a crystal chandelier hangs above a table made of dark wood. Silverware and service for 6 are laid out on the table. 6 matching wooden chairs with scarlet cushions surround the table. A 7th chair sits alone in the far corner of the room, the far northeast corner. The walls are adorned with tapestries that depict grapevines and the process of making wine. Do you guys want to go in and explore? The table settings are definitely worth some money.
Serena will go in.
Okay, anyone who wants to go in, go ahead and put you guys in there somewhere and roll a perception and or investigation check, whichever one you're better at.
Sure, we'll take a look at the winemaking information.
Got it.
I'm not good at either one, apparently.
Got it. So you look at the wine depictions. Doesn't seem to be anything encoded in any of the tapestries. It's just purely about making wine. You start scooping up some of the silverware and such. It's worth 20 gold pieces. Reeshar, you go to move aside this chair here to get around it, the one just to your north. And when you do, your hand sticks to the chair. So then the chair starts to move of its own volition. So everyone roll initiative. Not for yours. Not for your familiars, just for you guys. And then familiars go after you. Okay, so everyone roll initiative. If it doesn't go in, let me know and I can type it in for you, or you can type it in for you. The chair that came alive is... There. The chair that came alive is actually a mimic, and Reeshar is stuck to it right now. And the mimic's initiative is 5. So at least you will be able to get away, hopefully, or kill it before it consumes your friend Reeshar. Frobaz, what do you want to do?
Alright, so Frobaz is going to, I guess, send his weasel over to try to distract it, and as he fires a firebolt at it.
Ooh, nice shot. Nice shot. 9 points of fire damage to it. It recoils from that. After Frobaz is Cruster.
All right, looks like as we got ourselves an old-fashioned chair match. Luckily, I got some experience with this, so I hit it with my sword, probably poorly. Yeah, at least I hit.
22 hit, 8 points of slashing.
Yep.
All right, got it. Then Rosie, your turn.
Target said thing, and we're gonna Ray of Frost.
Hit.
Mhm.
8 points of
Not a
cold
1 this time.
damage.
Look at that.
And then Serena, your turn.
Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead, wisdom save for it. Ooh, it made it with a 19. And then Maong, your turn.
Smart.
I am gonna do Mind Sliver.
Mind Slaver, is that intelligence save?
That is DC 13.
You got it for 5 psychic. And with that, the chair crumbles dead down to the ground. And there's no chair there now anymore, just the dead mimic. And the chair that's by where Serena is probably the one the mimic moved over there and took its place of. Finishing searching the room, you find no other treasure besides that silverware that you could collect, and no other hidden things. Alright, so on this floor, the last thing left is the room behind the kitchen right here.
Okay, Reeshar will sort of dust himself off and sort of stretch his arms and legs after having been attacked by a chair and move over that way.
Alright. So, the pantry. The shelves of the pantry are stocked with sacks of flour, vegetables, preserved meats, and other staples, all the dry goods needed to sustain a household. And a search of the pantry by you all doesn't reveal anything hidden in there. So now you can go upstairs or downstairs.
Frobos will send his weasel to sneak upstairs.
Upstairs, okay. So Weasel sneaks up to a landing here. And it's got a hallway, a door ajar, so you can go through it. A door not ajar, and then the room. Let's see the door over here. Okay, so that's what he sees. At the top of the stairs, right here, he sees the landing is occupied by a suit of armor, holding a longsword point down. It sits upon a wooden stand in front of a large window. The armor is clearly decorative, though the helmet and the sword are genuine items of good quality. Above the armor, there's a trap door. It looks like into an attic. That's that white square. And then down the hall to the south, there's a closed door. Then there's a door here, is slightly open. You want to go through that one?
Yeah, the weasel will take a peek.
Okay, then a closed door here, and then a slightly open door here.
And again, the weasel will just take a peek.
All right, make a stealth check for the weasel, please.
Okay.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Not good.
Oh, no.
The door creaks as the weasel peeks his little head through it, and he sees this room. And there's a cat sitting on a chair across, and the cat sees the weasel. And you can see it like stand up, hop down to the ground by the chair still, wiggle its little butt as it gets ready to pounce. The weasel sees a bed real quick. He sees a bookshelf, a dresser or wardrobe, and a door. And then does he want to stay or retreat?
He is going to flee.
Flee, okay. He gets away. The cat doesn't follow him. And now, where do you guys want to go?
There's a wardrobe up there. We should use that. I hear that gets us through dimensions. It's historically.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that.
Nice shiny suit of armor up there for somebody.
Okay, up the stairs you go. Yeah, there's that armor. The armor is decorative, but the weapons are good. So if anyone needed a long sword for this current adventure, you could be using that one. And that'll form part of your treasures that you take out of here too. There's a trapdoor in the ceiling, and then multiple other doors. So which of those do you want to go through?
Can I send my owl in here to look at the bookshelf to see if there's a book with a letter on it?
The room the cat's in?
Yes.
You bet. Yeah, you can fly on in there. The cat can't get him. So that room in a little bit more detail is a bedroom with a canopy bed with a rich scarlet curtain. There's a jug and a wash basin and a book with the bust of a mage on its cover sitting on top of the chest of drawers. So the same mage depiction as is in The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces and the 2 other books you found so far. And it's got a letter E gilded on its spine. Let's see. The west wall is covered with a large painting of a gold dragon perched heroically on a mountain top. That's what the owl sees in there.
I will relay that to the rest of our party.
What was the letter?
It was an E. So you got books with the letters R, I, and E so far. Alright, where to now? Cruster?
Alright, well, we should check out that other door up there.
Okay, first one there. Alright. That room is a trophy room, and inside it you see each corner there's a scarlet armchair and a reading table piled high with books of poetry or heroic fiction. A cheery fire burns in the fireplace. A pair of swords sits in a rack above the mantel. Trophies line the walls. They include a stag, a wolf, a periton, a hellhound, and a black dragon wormling.
There's a fire burning right now.
Fire burning right now, yeah. So if you want to search the room, including the fire in the fireplace, move your guy in there or gal in there and do a DC or do a investigation or search check, perception check.
Reeshar will take a look through the books of poetry.
Okay, you find a book. One book has a cover similar to The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces and a single letter Y gilded on the spine. So you got books.
I don't know, book. I don't know.
That went my theory.
R-I-E-Y. Okay. And as you guys are in there and searching around the place, all of a sudden, the 2 swords above the mantle animate and move to attack. So everyone, please roll initiative. Anyone need to get their initiative in still? Alright, Reeshar, you see the 2 swords start to move to attack as you guys are searching the room, and one's right adjacent to you, and your turn.
Okay. Knee jerk, I will cast Frostbite at them.
Okay.
So it's a Constitution 13 saving throw.
It made it.
Okay. And I will back away.
It will provoke if you back away.
Oh, then I will. No, I'll still back away.
Okay. The sword swings at the Dragonborn as he backs away from it, stumbling back in the room. The sword swings a 17, Reeshar.
That'll hit me.
7 slashing damage.
And I am unconscious.
The sword slashes the Dragonborn so bad he falls to the ground, blood flowing onto the wooden floor. Reeshar is done. Frobo's your turn. Froboz's your turn.
Alright. Yeah, so the weasel's gonna move up and squeak at the sword to distract it while I firebolt it. 14.
That is a miss, turns out. Swords are very fast, moving like skilled swordsmen's wielding them. At Frobaz, Maong, your turn.
Oh boy. I'm going to target this one right here and magic missile. All three on them.
I normally roll 3 separate times. I know the rule is to roll it once. So if you want to roll 3 separate ones, you can.
Roll 3? Oh, yeah. Okay.
So the first one is 2, then 5, then...
Last things.
All right, 10 points of damage. You said the one to the west or east?
This one right here.
East, got it. Okay, 10 force damage to that thing. It's staggered back with each bolt that hits it. And then, Cruster, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna follow Reeshar's lead, and I'm gonna run forward and knee jerk, and then I'm gonna take these jerks and knee them with my sword.
All right, 19 hit, west or east?
West.
West. 7 points of slashing, got it.
Yeah.
All right, after Cruster, Rosie. So Rosie, strangely, you notice as you get near the fire and as you get close, the sword's animated, but also you notice there's no heat coming out the fire, so the fire must just be an illusion, and it's your turn.
Cool. I try and attack the swords. Do a firebolt. Nice.
It's disadvantaged because you're adjacent to him.
Oh. I'm right beside them? Okay.
In between two of them.
Does an 11 hit?
It does not,
Probably not.
unfortunately. No.
Alright.
Rats.
Anything else, Rosie?
No.
Okay, then the swords go. So the sword to the south was struck by the wizard up there, but it can't really get to the wizard, so it's going to attack Rosie. Long sword swing on Rosie, hit armor class 7. Then the one to the southwest is going to attack. Well, actually, Serena gets to go next. Go ahead, Serena.
Serena is going to cast Spare the Dying on.
Nice. Reeshar will not
No.
have to make death saves. What else, Serena?
She's going to just move one location into the side here.
All right. Then the sword attacks.
Thank you.
Sword attacks Cruster.
Yep.
7's a miss. Rounds over, unless you weren't reckless for your Cruster. Reeshar, you don't have to make a death save because you're Spare the Dying, so nothing for you this round. For Boz, your turn.
All right. Frobaz, again with the help of his weasel, is going to try to hit that sword to the southwest. 22.
Southwest 22 hit. 3 fire. Okay, after Frobaz is Maong.
All right. I am going to have my Little Bird come and harass, and then I am also going to use my Ray of Frost. $19 hits.
That's a hit. 5 cold. Got it. And then Cruster, your turn.
All right. I attack it back.
22 hit it. 8 points of damage, drops that sword.
All right. Sounds good.
Then Rosie, your turn.
Alright. I take out my sickle and try and slash at the other one.
You glance off the steel, not biting into it for miss. Okay, then the sword swings out at the owl, harassing it. 16 for 6 slashing, cutting the owl down.
No! Archimedes.
And then Serena, your turn.
Serena is going to cast Tilla of the dead at it.
Wisdom saving throw. You got it. It is wounded, so you get the big die.
Yeah, poor owl. It was like the Super Bowl of owls. He'll be back.
That cuts that sword down. It clatters to the ground, dead. Leaving you to finish searching this study. Besides the book, you did not find... let's see. Yeah, besides the book with the letter on it, you didn't find anything of any value here. I mean, plenty of cool trophies if you wanted to take any of them, but nothing of value.
Question: the swords we just vanquished. I mean, are they just swords now?
Yeah, so you can take those. Those are some value.
I'll take one of those.
Okay, cool. Next, you have not searched the bedroom. You could search it still, or there's the attic or the door to the west.
Serena asks if she can take Reeshar's healing potion and give it to him.
I'm unconscious, so I'm okay with that.
So she's gonna do
No
that.
protestation from my part.
I don't hear any
She
objection.
asked, we're like, it's not like I can answer you. Like,
Yeah,
just do it.
this is the part. If I could do that before the party moves on.
All right, Reeshar, you gain 2d4 plus 2 hit points back.
All right. 6 sounds good.
And I already took your potion off, so you don't have to worry about that.
Thanks.
Where to next, Cruster?
Yeah, let's search the bedroom before we move on.
Got it. So in the bedroom, there's another cat. Must be Ivory. And in addition...
Also black.
Also black, yep. You already had spotted the book in there, but now you can actually take it with you if you want. And the book in that room has the letter E on it, and so that brings your total to...
Oh, this isn't the one that has the letter Y on it?
No, the letter Y was in the room you were just in.
Oh, okay.
So now you have 4 letters. R-I-E-Y.
Yeah, we had seen that before, but we had not collected it.
Yeah, you'd seen it with the owl flying over it, but you didn't grab it. So now you have it in your hand. The west wall is covered with a large painting of a dragon. A search reveals that the dressers contain elegant, well-made robes. The lower drawers hold more utilitarian tunics and dresses. So some valuable stuff here. The fluffy black cat, Ivory, is napping in the chair. Takes a notice to you. When it sees the weasel, it kind of perks up a little bit.
I feel like I'm in an episode of The Walking Dead. Reeshar should probably not be dead.
So Frobaz is going to try to speak with the cat.
Okay. Frobaz, you're the owner of the weasel, right?
Yep.
It doesn't like your smell. But since you can talk to it, you can make an animal handling check straight up. Wisdom animal handling.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it doesn't like you. It doesn't want anything to do with you.
All right.
Not like you or your weasel you rode in on.
Hisses at me.
Rosie will try talking to it.
It also doesn't seem to like the cat Ebony. Ebony and Ivory don't seem to get along.
What?
They're not
Get
living
along
together in
like
harmony?
best of friends, yeah.
Girls don't know the song.
Yeah, well, apparently having Ebony right behind me as my buddy probably not helping with this role.
Nope.
So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I checked the back of the wardrobe.
Okay. Yeah, no extradimensional doorway, unfortunately.
Oh, fair enough.
This must be a broken wardrobe.
Yeah.
You searched the
work.
room, you searched the bed, you searched the cabinets, you found that book that you took with you, found some valuables in the cabinets there. And so on this floor, the last thing left is the trapdoor to the attic or the door to the west.
I see.
Door to the
Okay,
west.
in here.
Door first, yeah.
Okay, door first.
Serena pets Ivory on her way out.
Okay. Did you already make a check? You
Yeah.
did. Oh, well done.
I open the
Cool.
door and then I back up to let Cruster go through.
Okay.
Richard is muttering to himself, I'm going to have words with this Matreus character.
So the cat doesn't immediately follow you, Serena, because it's having a good nap there, but it might kind of trot after you after a little bit.
That's
Okay,
okay.
Cruster.
I've got Teddy.
This is what you see, Cruster. A door on the far side of the room. Oops. Door on the far side of the room. And in the room proper is a laboratory. Long wooden tables are covered with measuring devices and test tubes and beakers and flasks. There's books on the natural sciences, astronomy, astrology, physiology, and natural physiology. Philosophy, I mean. There's complex charts and mathematical formula drawn on a mobile blackboard. Cabinets with glass doors are crowded with skulls and bones, mounted animals, rocks and minerals, dried plants and jars with creatures floating in liquid. The far wall is almost completely covered by a map of the night sky, with a golden sunburst in the center above a closed door. Most of the stars are represented by dots or small circles, but 5 are rendered as blazing silver suns.
Anyone know anything about stars?
If you had knowledge nature or knowledge arcana, either way would be good. And some of you do. The stars and constellations are the standard for Faroon. The stars that are rendered as blazing silver suns are not of any particular note. I mean, a couple of you can name their names, but they don't stand out for any real reason to you. And if you want to go in the room and search around all the curio cabinets and the books and everything like that, make a perception or investigation check.
No.
In your investigations, you find a book with a morning cane on it and the letter T gilded on its spine. So you now have
Tyree.
that.
All right, by my count, we need one more.
And nothing else of value in the room besides just the general value of the various laboratory equipment. And there's a door to the west.
Look, let's take a look what's behind the door.
All right.
Huh.
So this door opens up into a peculiar scene. You can kind of ignore the map there. It looks out over a grassy knoll with springy turf compressing underfoot. The ceiling is gone, and the moonless night sky offers a view of the starry firmament above. The stars shine down with a fierce light. There's 5 telescopes mounted on bronze plates pointing toward the constellations above. In the middle of the space, a 1-foot diameter sphere of clear crystal sits in a circular brass stand. So it's like the door opens to the outside, to a grassy knoll with 5 telescopes on the knoll, stars shining above, and a crystal ball in the top center of the knoll.
And I quickly whip out my bow and shoot some arrows into the knoll. Wrong type of knoll.
So when you walk through the door and you look around, it's like the door opens in nothing. Like there's no wall on the other side of the wall you were looking at before. And what do you guys want to do in the room?
Take a look and see if there's anything happening in the crystal ball.
Okay. Carefully examine the crystal ball. No, there's not. It's also securely held in place. You can't move it. Anyone else want to look at anything?
Frobaz is going to look through one of the telescopes.
Okay. The telescopes are fixed in place as far as you can't move the whole telescope, but they can be pivoted and rotated and pointed at different directions. And the one you're looking through is pointing to some random star up in the sky. No particular note that you can think of that the star is pointed at.
Okay.
There's 5 telescopes, right?
Yep.
So does it seem like this is a sky, like a planetarium, like the sky is up on a dome or a ceiling of some kind, or this is really open to
It seems
night
like
sky,
it seems like it's really open in the night sky. You haven't shut the door behind you, so there's an open door, like sitting just in the middle of nothing, with light spilling out of it. You can see Rosie through it. Carefully examining the room, you can feel walls to both sides of the door, but you don't see walls. So it's an illusionary effect. You're pretty sure that's doing this. You're not sure if you're really on a grassy knoll and the walls are just being hidden, or if the whole room's an illusion. It's hard for you to say for sure.
Well, I'll close the door.
Okay, when you close the door, now it's like you're just out in the middle of a grassy field that blurs away into nothingness in every direction, the stars up above, the 5 telescopes, and the crystal ball.
I keep walking. Presumably, I just run into the wall, right?
You run into a wall on the far side of the room, yep.
Oof. Ow.
Yep.
Crystal ball do anything now? The door
No, you can't move it, and you don't see anything that it does.
If I touch it, it doesn't do anything?
No.
Looking up at the sky, are there any stars that seem silver in color?
There aren't, but you know where the stars that were silver in the other room are in the sky.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Rosie, how many stars are there that are bright over there?
Can't hear you. You closed the door.
I opened the door. Hey, Rosie, how many stars are there right over there?
So the
I
last
will share the information.
the last paragraph of the laboratory there, the far wall.
Yeah.
It's got 5.
Yeah.
All right, so almost as many as. Oh no, never mind. Let me count again. No, the same number as we have telescopes. I don't know what that means, but
Reeshar will take a look through one telescope and see if he can hone in on a silver star.
So you move it, you line it up with one of the silver stars. When you do, the light of the star shines through the telescope and then refracts at the end of the telescope and shines to the crystal ball. So you got one light ray lighting it up now from that telescope.
All right, so that means we have to find the other one.
Again.
So you do the same. I like how you put the cats on the counter. You do the same with all the other telescopes, and when all 5 rays reach the crystal ball, a beam of light shines against the west wall and outlines a door in the west wall.
Okay.
Ooh.
interesting.
That's neat.
All right, I open the door.
Okay, the room beyond is it's bare except for a bookshelf covered in chains against the one wall, the far wall. There's a plain wooden bench in front of the bookshelf and a reading desk built into the shelf. A book with the bust of a mage on its cover sits on the desk. The 3 shelves are filled with books bound in iron covers, which are attached to chains that secure them to the shelves, a chain of the library. There are rare tomes on the sciences, arcana, and alchemy here, as well as books about planar lore and the summoning of fantastic creatures. The gilded letter on the book is... Well, you have to go over there and check it out because it's pointed away from you. And that's... Alright, hopefully everyone's back. So you have this library on the wall ahead of you. One of the books with the letters on it is on the desk in front of the library. And when you go in to check it out, go and put whoever wants to be the first one in there in front. And then everyone else take up where spots you want to be in. And one more square cluster to the left.
Oh, left.
Yeah. And everyone else take up spots you want to be in. Cluster there.
My other left, yeah.
Okay. As you reach out to move that book so you can see the letter on its spine, all of a sudden one of the chains whips out and a book shoots out of the library and smashes into you, knocking you back 5 feet. And the library itself comes alive.
Oh no.
Yeesh. So this thing is animated and moving and attacking. So everyone roll initiative, please.
It's true, a good book can make you feel alive.
I'm having entirely too much fun moving the cats around. They're now sleeping.
They're sleeping. These poor
Hunter
cats.
certainly fits.
These poor cats, though, they don't have a sun to lie in under the window.
No.
They don't have a sunlight streaming
But
through a
I
window.
mean, the Arboretum, if it wasn't for the dragons, they'd probably really like that room because
Yep.
the false sun.
Okay. Sort the initiative. So Serena, you see this happen. You can see it through the doorway. You see the large library come alive and moving and swinging its chained books out, flailing them around to attack your party. What do you want to do?
How much? So I can see that is there's like a wall between it. So am I able to see all of this?
Yeah, there's a doorway right here that you're looking through.
Yeah. Just have to point out the door.
All right.
I mean, you've probably got cover because you're shooting through the door, and I mean, I'm short, but still. Cruster is not, so you're probably shooting over Cruster.
Probably all I can do at this point is try to get in closer, but obviously there's not much room to get in.
There is room to the west of Reeshar that you could get to. If you had 30 feet of movement, you could reach it.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay. That just takes your movement, so you still have your action left.
I will cast Toll of the Dead on it.
Okay.
Toll of the Dead.
Wisdom save. You got it. It's not damaged yet, so it'll be the D8. It does get harmed by the necromantic damage. Nice roll. After Serena, the library goes. So the books that lash out. One is after Cruster. Chained book smashing into you. Cruster misses you. Then a chained book will try and smash into Serena after she damages it. Does a 16 hit you, Serena?
Nope, 17.
All right. Your armor protects you from that. Frobaz, your turn. You can see it from where you're standing, Frobaz.
All right, yeah, Frobaz is gonna shoot a firebolt over Cruster's head and try to hit the upper part of the library.
That connects.
18.
How much? 6 fire. This one is not vulnerable to fire, evidently. Unlike the first one you fought. Anything else, Cruster? Or Frobaz?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, Cruster, your turn.
Well, this is making me angry. Libraries are supposed to be a place of learning, so I rage.
Okay.
And then I attack it with my sword.
Uh, 13 missed it.
All right, well then I just miss.
Reeshar, your turn.
Do I get the sense that this thing could be blinded if I were to cast a spell to that effect?
No. You know as a wizard that normally animated objects have blind sight.
Yep. All right. I will then cast Frostbite. I know I'm right up against it, so that'll probably be at disadvantage.
Yep.
Well, it'll be a Constitution 13.
Got it.
saving throws. I don't know how that actually would end up working.
Got an 11, so you got him. 3
Okay.
cold. And
3 cold. Yep.
disadvantage on his next attack, right?
Exactly.
Rosie, your turn.
I shoot a ray of frost at it. Seeing that fire wasn't particularly helpful. We'll try cold. 2 whole cold damage.
23 for 2. Got it. Okay. Then Mong.
Sort of
your turn.
assuming a 23 hit, sorry.
Yeah, you hit. Yep.
Well, I'm going to use my quarterstaff to give it a good whack.
All right. Wow. You are strong with the quarterstaff. How much damage?
10.
Wow. Clobbered it. Okay. After you goes Serena.
Well, Serena noticed that Tola Dead worked last time. She's going to try it again.
Wisdom save. Got it. This is damage this time, so D12. Nice roll.
Cool.
10 more damage to it, and then its turn. It'll attack the barbarian again with a chain book. Connecting for 9 bludgeoning before having it. And it grapples you. It wraps its chains around you. So you're grappled. Let's see, there'll be that for grappled. And then its second shot is on Serena with the chained book. 12 is a miss. And Frobaz, your turn.
All right, Frobaz is going to give it another go with his firebolt. 23. Oop, only 2 fire though.
All right, 2 fire. Got it. Then Cruster, your turn.
All right. I attack again. Yep, that's gonna miss.
Come here, baby.
Then Reeshar, your turn.
All right. I'll frostbite it again. So.
Come here.
Oops.
Come here.
Con saving throw. Made it.
Okay.
Your turn, Rosie.
All right. Rosie is going to do another ray of frost because that seemed to work pretty well. Oh, but not so good this time. I'll shoot wide. Yeah.
We're going to whack at it again with my quarterstaff.
Not hitting that time. Then Serena, your turn.
Why change what's working? So.
Toll the Dead. Constitution saving throw. You got it. Damage. 9. You finish it off. The thing buckles. Its legs buckle. It falls down with a crash to the floor. The one book that had grappled you, Cruster, you rip off the book in your rage, book and chain and all. And the thing still seems to be slightly animated, like the chain, the book on the end of the chain is still could function as a weapon in your hand. And the book that's on the end of that chain is, let's see here. It
He
says
could literally throw the book at people.
Martial Attack Techniques is the name of the book, and it basically would function like a flail. So you could call that a flail that you have. Okay,
That's cool.
Nice.
And searching through the bookshelves or the books, you find that the letter on that book is. Let's see here. It is the letter L, gilded on the spine. Find that list of letters. There it is. So that's what you got. 6 books, and those are the 6 letters so far. You search the rest of the place and find no other treasure in here. Although, I mean, you take a lot of the books, all that you can pack in, being wizards and such, because they are of high value. They'll form a lot of the gold you get. Alright, so upstairs, the only thing you have left is the attic. And
Me
then
too.
you have downstairs. So boosting someone up to the attic, you kind of push aside the wooden plate that's on top, the wooden cover that's on top, and looking up there, you can see.
So why don't we fly the owl up there?
Because my owl poofed. Gets in the ferret or weasel.
Yep.
You
killed
get
by
an
the
easel,
stork.
yeah. An attic that runs the length of the building. It's stuffy, dimly lit, and covered in a fine layer of dust. You want your weasel to search around up there?
Yeah, we can give
Okay.
the weasel a boost up there.
So one thing he doesn't find anything of any particular note, except for over the secret room that you guys found, clear over here, by where you fought the chained library. The planks are not particularly tight there, and light shines up through that room. So if you hadn't found that room through the starry field, you might have found it by searching the attic. But other than that, he doesn't find anything upstairs or up in the attic.
Okay.
All right. So you got the basement
Down to
left.
the dungeon. I mean, basement.
All right. So when you get down to the basement, there are there's actually a door here, which I missed, but that we'll say was slightly ajar. And then there's a door to the south, door in the middle, and door to the east. Which one do you want to go through first? Crester, which one would you pick?
This door.
All right.
That's not ominous at all.
A 5-foot diameter circle of intricate runes covers the floor of this stone-walled room. There's an empty wooden bookstand opposite the door, and bronze braziers at the other 3 cardinal points of the circle. Whatever material they contained is long ago burned to cinders, but the room still smells of charcoal and sulfur. Sitting on top of that bookshelf across from you is a little toad, just looking at you with its bulbous eyes.
Hello, Toad. Everything else has talked to us, so.
Does the cat react at all to the toad?
No, they don't. They just hang back by you guys. They don't know the toad.
React?
They don't know the toad.
Does the
So
weasel
Frobozzel-
react to the toad?
Weasel
Frobozzel-
does not. No, not in particular.
Yeah, Frobozzel will try to speak with the toad.
Okay. Let's see. Let's back you up a little bit, Frobos, to there. And then everyone, put you guys where you want to be when he gets to there. Okay. When you get to there, the toad opens up its jaws to reveal wicked teeth and hops to attack you. Roll initiative.
Ah!
Toad
All
is
right.
attacking us?
Yep. The
I was going to
toad.
show you guys.
So for bows.
My
Oh, go ahead.
my real life familiar is here. This is Layla.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay. The toad. Its wicked teeth are not like any ordinary toad, and it's coming for you for bows. And you would think it's something other than just a toad. You react to its attack first, though. So what do you want to do?
Okay, so yeah, it's adjacent to me. So yeah, Frobozz is going to use Toll of the Dead on him.
Toll the Dead. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Oh, you got him. How much damage?
Oh wait, 1d. Well,
1d8.
1.
All right. After for bows, it goes. So it leaps onto the wizard, screeching as it does. Oops. And does a claw/bite on the wizard, but the wizard dodges out of the way. The thing lands at his feet. There was poison on those teeth you thought you saw for bows, and it's done. Serena, your turn.
Serena is kind of outside the door, so she's kind of trying to see what's going on here.
Actually, yeah, from that position you can see it, no problem.
Okay.
You could even move to a spot adjacent to it if you want, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 feet of movement, yeah.
And then she is also gonna do Toll the Dead as well.
Wisdom save. 15, so it resisted that. Then, Cruster, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna move over here and attack this creature. My longsword. Ugh. It's gonna miss.
All right, Mong, your turn.
All right. We are going to cast Mind Sliver. Is a 13. Does he make a 13?
13 intelligence. No. 1 psychic.
1 psychic damage.
Okay, and then Rosie.
Rosie throws in a firebolt. Probably missing.
11 does miss. Yep. And then Reeshar, your turn.
Reeshar will use his frostbite on it, so a DC 13 Constitution.
Got him.
Okay, 5 points of cold.
He takes 2 of that, having resistance to cold.
Okay, and he'll have disadvantage on his next attack.
Frobaz, your turn.
All right. Yeah. So Frobaz is going to try to. Oh boy. Not a very tanky wizard, but he is right there, so he's going to do a Toll of the Dead again.
Wisdom save. 16, so he made it.
Yep. And then Frobaz is going to retreat back to here. Take the
Oh,
opportunity.
wait a second. His next saving throw, he has to take a minus 1d4 because of Mind Sliver.
Oh, right. Okay, here's a D4. He's -2, so he got a 14 on his save. So still made it. And then attack opportunity with his claw. Does an 18 hit you?
Would that be the disadvantage attack, though?
Oh, it should be, yeah. You're right. So 9 doesn't hit you. And then his turn. Now he turns onto Cruster with his claw. 11's a miss. And then Serena, your turn.
All right, Serena will use Toll the Dead as well.
Wisdom save. 14 made it. And then Cruster, your turn.
All right, I just attack it with my longsword. That's a natural 1. I fail.
Then Maong, your turn.
Oh no, it's natural. It's 7.
Oh,
Still miss.
So we are going to do Mind Sliver again.
Intelligence saving throw. Made it.
That time.
Then Rosie.
Rosie does another firebolt, hopefully actually hitting the thing this time.
That connected.
Should.
It
For a whole
resists.
3 fire.
It resists
Should
fire.
may or
So
may not even take.
it resists fire, so it takes 1. And
As
then Reeshar, your turn.
Yeah, I know that, but my character doesn't, so. He tries the thing that normally works, right?
Yep.
Yep, same here. Another frostbite attack.
Con save. Made it. And then
Okay.
Frobaz, your turn.
All right. Frobaz will Toll the Dead it one more time.
Wisdom save. Made it. Its turn. It tries to bite Cruster. 21 Cruster,
Yeah, that hits.
7 piercing, and 5 poison. So that's 12 total damage. And you're poisoned for a minute. You can negate the poison condition with a DC 10 con save. So actually 12, that drops you unconscious, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Okay. So Cruster drops to the ground. Still make the con save, though, to see if you're poisoned or not.
Yeah, sure.
Not poisoned. I'm double checking it to see if you can also remove the damage by that save. I don't know. And a con save or take poison and become poisoned. Okay, so by making the save, you are not unconscious. You did only take 7, not 12, so you're just minus 7. So you got 4 hit points left. It's done, and Serena, your turn.
All right, Serena is getting frustrated because she keeps missing him, so she's just gonna try to smack him with her mace.
Go for it. That hit. 2 damage. It resists the non-magical mace, and it takes 1 damage. This is the longest I've ever seen 7 hit points last in my life. Cruster, your turn.
All right, I try to hit it again.
$11 misses again.
Yep.
Manning, your turn.
We're gonna do Mind Sliver again.
With intelligence saving throw. Oh, 11, you got him. 2 psychic finishes him. When he dies... let me put him back in initiative. Shoot, he came up. Let's see, he was right after Frobos. Yeah, this turn. When he dies, the brazier right here by Rosie flares up, and another one of these things steps out of it. It will go on the same initiative as the last one. Anything else, Mel?
Oh man. No.
Okay, then Rosie, your turn.
There's a frog in front of me.
There is, and this one actually looks like this demon form. So it looks like a horned, tiny demon.
All right.
All
I
blown up like that.
attempt to attack it with a sickle.
11 missed. Reeshar, your turn.
All right, this thing popping up next to me, I'm going to take a whack at it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
This turn. That'll be a 7.
That's a miss. Frobos, your turn.
Alright, Frobos will try the Toll of the Dead again in this one.
I think you're all just trying to miss it so it doesn't bite you.
Mm-hmm.
Toll the Dead, wisdom save. 12, you got him, but only 1 damage it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay, and then its turn. So, Frobos, you lost. It tries to claw you. Let me see if it's going to do this other thing. Let's see here. Once per day, frighten for 1 minute. Wisdom save, repeated in turn. Okay, scare. 1 creature. It won't do that. It will try and bite or claw Frobos. Does a 15 hit Frobos?
No, it doesn't, because I throw up a shield.
Oh, alright. Reaction to shield. You're done. Or it's done. Serena, your turn.
Serena's gonna throw Toll the Dead at it.
Alright, wisdom save. You got him. Wow. That one lasted a lot less long than the first one did. It goes down and no more flare up. So, a careful search of this room doesn't reveal any more treasure here. So, you got 2 more doors down here. You want to go west, Cruster, or east, Cruster? And do you want to heal? You want to heal, Cruster?
I'll drink my potion.
Okay. 2d4 plus 2.
I have a question.
Yes.
to use Arcane Recovery, do we have to take a short rest to do
Yeah,
that?
you could take a short rest if you want.
Okay.
You want to take a short rest, everyone?
And you don't have to drink your potion. I have 2 spells that I'm holding back too that I can do healing
Okay.
word with.
Well, if we short rest, though, people can use their hit dice, so then we don't need to waste any casting of any kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get a spell slot back.
Okay.
Sure, let's short rest.
All right, short rest it is. You can do it right here in the summoning room. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Of course not.
Yeah.
You light the candles. You know, so you have light to read your books by. Yeah, nothing bad comes out, and your short rest goes peacefully, so you can spend hit dice to get your hit points back up. Cruster, I'll assume I'll put that potion back for you. Assume you don't have to use it. If you do, just let me know.
I do, yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. Potion gone. Then, west door or east door, Cruster?
East.
East. Okay. Preserved menagerie. Smells of alcohol and brine permeate the room. Glass vessels with heavy lids line the walls. Inside each vessel is the body of a creature floating in clear liquid. From top right, clockwise, they include a small demonic frog, a feral chicken, an intelligent jellyfish, 4 severed hands in the same jar, a giant fire beetle, an empty container, a brain with a beak and a set of barbed tentacles coming off of it, a small mushroom man, a tiny red dragon, and finally the one by the door is empty and the container lid is knocked onto the floor.
I don't like the look of that.
No books in the room, though.
No. You want to do a search of the room? You can make a search check or an perception or investigation check, your choice. Wow.
The jars have labels on them, like especially that empty container with its lid.
They don't. They don't have any labels. So, you don't find anything hidden away anywhere. Go ahead and put you guys where you're at. Anyone who's searching should be in the room. And something will happen during your search. Okay. Go ahead and everyone roll initiative. The jar with the hands, which is I think the 4th one, the hands all of a sudden explode up out of the top of it and leap onto the floor and begin skittering towards you guys.
Nasty.
And the first person to act is one of the hands. It comes over to Reeshar and 15 to hit you, Reeshar.
That'll hit me.
5 points of slashing damage as its filthy nails claw and dig into your leg. It's like climbing up you too.
Ew.
Yeah, that's it. Frobaz, your turn.
Alright, Probaz is startled, but he is going to attack this one with a firebolt.
8
And-
misses it.
Yes. Oh goodness.
Serena, your turn.
All right. Serena is going to try to toll the dead, the one that's on Reeshar.
Okay. Wisdom save. You got him, and he doesn't have immunity to necrotic, so you do damage to him.
Did he have damage before or no? Is it
No.
damage?
Nope. It'd be D8. 1 damage.
Sorry.
Cruster, your turn.
All right. So I move over to a hand and I attack with my longsword.
It's a hit.
Points of damage.
Which one?
The one directly in front of me. This one here.
Dropped it. You cut the hand. It twitches a few times, but then stops. Okay, then the claw to your southeast tries to attack you.
Yeah.
18 for 3 slashing.
I take 3 slashing.
Then this claw comes over here and tries to attack Reeshar. 18 for 3 slashing.
I am down.
Rishar's down. Now you see the claws crawling up towards his neck. They are done. Gadget, your turn. Gadget, that's not you. That's anyone. Mong, your turn.
Oh man, what color of dragon is Reeshar?
Rishar is silver.
Silver.
Oh, darn. Okay. We are gonna have to do magic missile. One on each of the hands.
Nice, okay.
So first hand.
Actually, boom, boom, boom. You destroy all 3 hands with 1 magic missile spell. Well done. They
All right.
have 2 hit points each, so you could do a minimum of 2, I'm pretty sure, with that spell, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Minimum.
Alright, you guys quickly can get to Reeshar. Anyone able to heal him?
Yeah, I'll give him my potion.
Okay, Rosie. We'll take your potion off
Thank
Reeshar.
you.
You get 2d4 plus 4 back. And you win most times negative in an adventure award.
Excellent.
Or at 0 in 4th
So
edition.
you get 10,
5th edition.
Reeshar.
Nice. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
the hands came up out of one of them.
Oh, Max.
The rest of them are in this list here. So the remaining ones are a small demonic frog to the northeast, a feral chicken, intelligent jellyfish, 4 severed hands, that's gone now, a giant fire beetle, an empty container, a brain with a beak and barbed tentacles, a small mushroom man, a tiny red dragon, and an empty container with its lid knocked onto the floor. Would you like to open any of those?
Oh man, do I ever? Which one should I?
Reeshar is furiously scribbling down notes about what's happened to the group while they've been here and making sure you can compare that to the terms of the contract they signed.
So is the
I
small
don't open the
demonic
one with the
frog-
jellyfish.
Is it the same as the one you faced? Not exactly. It's got a wider grin to it. Its limbs are more humanoid in form than the frogs you fought in the other chamber. So it's almost more like a frog man in form than just a straight frog. But it's still tiny. It's still like about the size of a halfling child.
I go over here and I try and talk to the feral chicken.
No signs of life in the feral chicken, or actually in any of them. They all seem dead.
Huh.
Hmm.
Tiny red dragon. Oh.
Serena thinks that the room is very sad. Who would do such?
Is the intelligent jellyfish dead?
It is. So you can kind of take notes of what these things are. Whoever was high, everyone make an Arcana check. I'll tell you what a couple of them are, and then you can check with the sages what the rest of them are later. So Frobaz, which one do you want to know what it is? And Rosie, which do you want to know?
Yeah, Frobaz is really interested in the brain.
I was looking at the crazy chicken, so.
Okay, so the crazy chicken is actually a cockatrice.
It's a baby cockatrice.
Yeah, it can actually turn people to stone when it was
yeah.
alive. The brain with the beak is a creature called a grell. Those long tentacles can paralyze creatures, and they're very intelligent and very evil. Mostly.
And thankfully dead.
That one's dead. Yep. All right. If you don't want to open anymore, you can go to the last room, or you can open one. Let me know.
Just open them all.
And no signs of whatever might have come out of the open,
No.
the empty container.
Well, make a if you're looking around trying to see, you could make a investigation or survival check, whichever you're better at.
Investigation.
And those of you nearby can help too. There's some signs of water. down the hallway. So whatever it was came out of there recently and went down the hallway towards the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what it might have been, though.
I look at the tiny dragon with an 18.
You would say that's a pseudo-dragon.
Huh.
Often used as a familiar by wizards or warlocks. Okay. One more door if you want to go through it.
Yep.
Okay, the last door.
Lead the way, Cruster.
Okay. The last door.
Is everybody healed up?
I think so.
I mean, I'm down a couple hit points, but I'll be fine.
And Reeshar got a potion, so he's back to full.
Yep. Yeah, I'll update.
I'll give you my potion as well.
Okay, that last room is now chemical laboratory. The air smells of astringent chemicals. Long tables are laden with vials and beakers and flasks and hold various liquids and powders. Books covering chemical science and alchemy are stacked between the glassware and chemicals. 4 clay figures also rest on the tables. They range from a rudimentary, barely humanoid shape to a small winged body, so lifelike that it appears to be a real creature that is merely asleep. That one looks like cumin and coriander up above. Yellowed paper charts and blackboards full of complex formula cover the walls, and judging by the numerous scorch marks and acid burns on the furniture, the place has been the scene of several spectacular failures. If you'd like to search the room, do a perception or investigation check. You find some of the reagents are quite valuable, so you gather those together, about 50 gold pieces worth of alchemical materials. Also, 2 of the vials are labeled healing, so you gather those to take with you. You find a book with a cover similar to The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces in a single letter, and this is B, the letter B. Books, and the letters are R-I-E. There. So you found 7 books, and those are the 7 letters that are on the 7 books. Studying the notes that are written on the chalkboard and the paper, make an intelligence check, everyone.
I'm good at these.
So, Frobaz, you think that this laboratory, they're trying to figure out how to transmute various materials into gold. So far, unsuccessfully. And lastly, the clay figures, they are used for the creating of homunculi, which you knew from before. But you know that homunculi can only have 1 per master, and only while their master's alive. Okay. So you've explored the whole place. You've gathered together all the treasure that's here. The one treasure you didn't gather that you could go and get if you like is in the Arboretum. There were some magical globes lighting the Arboretum. So where? Arboretum. 2 drift globes. So you can gather those together.
Yeah.
So you've gathered a whole bunch of treasure and tomes and books and such. Now you just need to figure out how to get out. So you got 7 books that have the letters R-I-E-Y-T-L-B on them.
Oh boy, who's good at words?
Liberty. Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sanctum to enter, liberty to be free.
You want to go try it at the front doors? Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
You go to the front doors, you say liberty, and when you do, a pulse of power ripples through the mansion as the double doors swing open, forming a portal that leads back to the study room in Candlekeep. So you guys can put you guys back over to the study room in Candlekeep. Your sage that you're trying to rescue is lying dead on the floor. Or you're trying to get information to help you with the city.
Yeah.
Lying dead on the floor. You can put...
Oh, no.
Can I cast Save the Dying?
No, it's been too long. More than... He bled out.
All right.
He bled out. So put you guys in the room, wherever you want to be as you come out of the doors. This is like just as you tap it on these doors. You need to be like in these 2 squares by the doors or just past them. For a boss, go ahead and put your
can't
guy.
grab for both. Do the cats follow us out?
They don't. They stay behind.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wait, I'm fairly certain he can't die. He was under contract.
The contract was actually for us. There's nothing in there, no clause in there that protected him from.
No. Yeah, but he said he was going to help us, and as long as he's under contract, he obviously can't die.
Ah.
All right, I need everyone to make a perception check. Or actually, I just need to know your highest passive perception. I think it's +5 for Serena.
Yes.
+5, okay. Then...
That's in line with my passive.
All right, let's see here. Everyone happy where they're standing, just coming out of the door? Once you are, roll initiative, please. You don't know what's about to happen, but initiative will be important in a second.
I got an 11. It didn't stick to my character.
Who's that? Which character?
Sorry, 12. 12. It did come.
Reeshar? 12?
Yeah, Reeshar, sorry.
Got it. Okay. Something that you did not see or did not hear attacks you all. Maybe. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to roll d20 for an attack roll. You don't want me to roll high. It'll have advantage, so I'll roll 2 of them. 15. Okay, so you didn't see with this coming, and the damage is going to be... Alright, Frobaz, make a con saving throw as you can feel a sting and then poison coursing into you. Con save is to resist the poison. Okay, so you resist the poison, so the sting is d4 plus 3, so you take 6 damage from the sting.
Okay.
And the poison is 11, which you have, down to 5. So, I think you just fall over, right?
Yeah, so am I able to use shield?
You're not, because
Okay.
it's a surprise round, and you didn't see it coming.
Okay.
Actually, Frobaz, that was you, right?
Mhm.
You rolled so high on your initiative, you do have reactions even in the surprise round. Because
Oh.
once your turn comes up in a surprise round, you can do reactions after that, and you don't have to see who you use the shield on. So, you sense the attack coming, just in time to use a reaction. You know it's going to hit you, throw the shield up, and it only... Are you sure you want to hit shield? Because you don't know what the total modifier is. It's going to be... Let's see. I'm sure you'll want to use the shield if you can. The total, you rolled a 15, and he's +5, so you got a 20 to hit.
Oh, so he still hits me.
Still hit. Okay, so you can save the shield, save the spell slot. You go down. You guys hear the thud of Frobog dropping to the ground. You turn to see what it is, and flying up in the air, something ducks around the bookcase. It looked like it had red, scaly skin and a forked barbed tail with some ichor dripping off of the end of it, and it's now behind the bookshelf. But Maong, you can see it, and also Reeshar can see it. You see the flapping form of a little imp over there behind the bookshelves. And he's 5 feet up in the air. And that was the surprise round. So now the first regular round is going to be Frobaz. Death saving throw, Frobaz.
Oh no, whatever this thing is, it's got to be super dangerous. We already faced an archdevil. I assume that's the last thing we fought because it was nearly indestructible.
So Frobaz, that's one failure, and then what do you want your weasel to do? You might be muted if you're talking, Frobaz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
What do you want your weasel to do?
Oh, I guess he'll. I guess he'll give Rosie the help action.
Oh, helping distract the imp. Okay.
Yeah.
So Rosie, you have advantage on your first attack against the imp. The imp goes next. It will try and kill that little thing trying to harass it. Or will it just turn invisible? It turns invisible. And then it flies. You can hear it fly around the southern part of the room, everyone. And it like beats its wings really strong, get altitude. Like probably up to about the ceiling. And then it glides. And you don't know for sure where it landed exactly. But it was gliding towards the eastern part of the room. Alright, so it's done. Rosie, your turn. Looking around the room to the east, there's a couple bookshelves.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
I was gonna
This
say,
is free.
try and-
This will be free one. Just see what you see automatically. Alright, Rosie, you saw the bookshelf to the closest to the door kind of move a little as if something landed and perched on the top of it. So
Okay,
you would say
I
he's
will-
in this square here.
Yeah, I'll attempt to blind or not. No, that's the button. Keep doing that. Sorry, I'm playing too many of these things. I keep using the wrong button for the disadvantage. Oh, well, that's harsh.
That's disappointing.
Oof.
I don't know.
It's better not to
But you
know.
guys see me target a specific spot, and I miss it. But I seem to be intent that there's something there.
Okay, you can finish your move
Oh
where you
wait,
want, Rosie.
I had the aid action, right? So I didn't have disadvantage.
You did actually have that was a straight, so that's a crit.
Well, that's a crit.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait. I'll just roll an extra d6. Easier that
It's
way.
a D8, I think.
That is correct.
You can keep the 4 or reroll, your choice.
I'll roll the proper dice. It happens to be
11.
higher, so boom.
11 cold, it does resist cold, so it's going to take 5 cold and be slowed down a little bit. And then finish your move where you want, and then Serena, your turn.
Yeah, I think I'll stay where I am for now.
All right. Serena is going to cast Spare the Dying
Okay,
for Frobaz.
got it. Frobaz, you are stable. Then Reeshar, your turn.
All right. I'm going to run around the bookcases to the west there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I know where Rosie's Ray of Frost went, I'm going to breathe my silver breath weapon on him. So that'll be a Con 11 save.
How big is it? What is it?
It's 15
Cone?
15
What is
foot
yours
cone.
online?
Okay. If you got one closer, which you have movement for,
Yeah,
you'll be able to
okay.
get it. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So do that damage, and what's the saving throw?
It'll be a Con 11 saving throw.
Okay. We got a
Rolling.
12, so it's going to take half of 4 is 2, and half of 2 is 1.
All right.
After Reeshar is Cruster.
Alright, so where is this thing again? Sorry,
On top of the bookshelf closest to the door. Yeah. Where the 1,000 pings just went off at.
Yeah. Alright, so if I move over there, I can try to swing at it blindly.
Yep.
Disadvantage.
Yep.
Alright, fair enough. Oops. Damn you. Disadvantage. There we go. Yeah, that's probably gonna miss. Yep.
Yep. Maong, your turn?
Oh, I can't see him, can I?
No.
Well, I am gonna take my best shot and try and hit him with Ray of Frost.
Go for it.
Does a 16
Ooh,
hit?
yeah, you got him. 6 cold does 3 cold to him. And he's already slowed by another ray. And then he's still there, you think maybe. Frobaz, you get a... No, you're stable. You're stable, so no more death saves for you. And your Weasel, what's his Weasel want to do?
I don't. Let's see. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Try to give the help action to Cruster.
Alright, Weasel goes running up. Are you sure? You've seen what's happened to other familiars before that got close to things.
Yeah, he'll do it.
He'll do it? Okay. So he goes running up. Does he want to stay there or go away after he finishes?
He wouldn't want to invoke.
Okay. Alright. So then the imp goes, and it stabs at the little creature that's harassing at the top of the bookshelf with its stinger with advantage. 25 points, killing the weasel. The weasel's body falls to the ground. You see a black poison spreading through it, but of course he's a familiar, so he poofs off into the familiar realm. Then the imp is visible after doing that, and it flies over Cruster's head, flapping. Doesn't provoke. It's like right in the middle of all of you, and letting off a spew of expletives of infernal, and especially seeming to be targeting the lawyer. And he's got his own papers and such. And he says, "Does anyone speak infernal?
Nope,
Anyone?
not for Reeshar.
Okay. All right, then you don't know what he's saying, but he's cursing up a storm at you and pointing to papers and pointing to the body of the sage as well. Next to go is Rosie.
All right. Unfortunately, unless it speaks primordial, and not much I can do, because I doubt it speaks Elvish or Gnomish. I will try yelling at it. Hey, try that in common. And then I can currently see it, or to go back invisible.
You can see it.
Okay. I will pull up my short bow and
You
try
can
an
actually
actual shot with
reach
an
it from
arrow.
where it's at. The ceiling's low enough. You can reach it with a
With a sickle instead.
with a sickle instead.
Okay. So then I won't drop my bow. I'll just do this instead. There we
13 hit. The sickle digs into the infernal creature, which disappears in a puff of black smoke. Black, toxic, tar-like smoke. You all cough for a little bit, and then when you recover, you see it's gone. All right.
All right.
So you can get your Frobaz back, and that is the end. What will
I'm
you?
assuming we use one of our freebie potions.
Yeah,
I'll just pour mine
For the
in.
loot.
definitely that. Yeah. All right. So you get to keep everything you found because Matreus is not here to take his end of the bargain. What will you do to save the village, though? Now that he is dead. If you're willing to spend more time in Candlekeep, you might be able to find another sage who possesses the expertise you require. Or you might need to undertake new quests to earn enough money to have Matreus raised from the dead. So that's the end of Candlekeep 1. You guys get a level if you want. You get 80 gold pieces each from all the stuff you took out. not to exceed 80 if you already have some adventures at this level. You got 2 drift globes, so you have access to a drift globe. You can each carry that with you into your next adventure if you like. You found 2 potions of healing, so those will need to split up. So anyone who'd like the ones you got for free at the start, they all go away. These ones are permanent. So anyone who'd like a potion of healing, roll a straight D20 to the Roll20 chat, or the Roll20 dialogue there, and we'll give it to the 2 highest rolls. Looks like anyone else?
No, that's fine. I got lots of hit points.
Looks like it's Rosie and Maong.
Yay.
You both get a potion of healing. You all have a drift globe. Oh, there's one other thing. I don't know if I have a button for it. Shoot, I don't. The book. The library. So that book, the chain and the book entitled Martial Attack Techniques, it is a flail +1.
Ooh.
So you have a magic weapon access. So you could either take the magic weapon or the drift globe, but not both. There you go. So thanks for playing. That's the Candlekeep one, the Joy of Extradimensional Spaces. That's my name and DCI number there. I'd love it if you can fill out a DM feedback form. There's a link to it right there. If you haven't already, AL's doing a feedback form. You only have to do this once. So you've already done it. You can ignore that AL feedback link. And then there's my YouTube channel. So thank you guys all for playing.
All right.
Thank you.
It was fun.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
You bet.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Have the rest of the day.
You too.